Twins, who's got the twin? GH Report has a 2-year anniversary. We have a special guest. We have a special co-host. And it's my last day. Stay tuned for GH Report next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
There's the song. Oh, here we go.
And now the tears begin.
I know. I'm actually. Oh my God! I almost start. Okay, I'm not start yet. Okay. Hi, welcome. Who am I? Let me play myself. Hello, welcome to GH Report, the General Hospital After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. And I'm glad you guys can join us today. It is my last show, of course. And have a good time. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to take phone calls later. I brought several people here, but first, 2 people are going to take this show on after I'm gone. It's crazy talk. Sitting right next to me, Lacretia Lyon.
Yes, guys, and I will be here for as long as this exists. I swear to God, I'm never leaving you, okay? But you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one.
There's only one, so that's why I'm going to hear that. Oh my God, this is crazy. And at the other end, like I said on the first show, the hunk of the group. I said that two years ago, the hunk of the group, Frank Moran.
I will drop this gig like a hot potato for whatever comes up. So no worries. Who knows? Who knows when I'll be gone? I'll disappear in the night. But more importantly, we have cookies here. And that's the only reason I came today. It's just for these cookies. I don't care about James's last day. Whatever. Hey, everybody, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. You don't have to. I'm just, whatever. At HappyGoJackie.
And sitting next to him, you liked her from when she came on last time, as somebody who was instrumental for me, and I'm going to talk about this a little later in the show, when I met Mark Teschner, who the great Mark Teschner, we did an interview together with him, and he's just, we know him, he's so wonderful. Candice Buenrostro.
Hi guys, thanks for having me back. You can find me on Insta, Twitter, Candy Buen, CandiEBuen.
That's right, kids. And our first guest ever on this show. How fitting. We had to come back to be, well, not the last guest of the show, but like last guest while I'm here. And he's a great guy. He just actually is exited GH also. And we're going to talk about that a little bit and what he's doing. He has a movie coming out and all kinds of stuff going on. Our buddy, Roger Palmer Watkins.
How's it going?
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I can't believe it's been 2 years since my first appearance.
It's so crazy, I know.
On the show. I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I'm honored to be at your last.
Oh, thank you.
Your farewell show.
Thank God, no, oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. Time goes by fast in this world, and he's opening the cookies I can hear over there.
Yeah. I know, Frank's hungry.
That's right.
And well, these cookies, okay, my friend Meredith, who's the president of Cookies Hell Yeah, that's the name of the cookie company. She's here in Culver City, and these cookies are just so good. Snickerdoodle, chocolate chip, peanut butter, vegan chocolate coconuts. I mean, there's some of them are gluten-free. I'll get the word out. Gluten-free. Some of them are vegan. Some of them are regular. They're all good. I mean, they're so good. Go to cookieshellyeah.com. She's the best. Tell them James sent you.
Cookies, hell yeah.
I'm going for the...
I like that. I like that name.
It's very positive. She's a positive. I love Meredith. She's been really great to me recently, too. She's been really wonderful.
I'm going for the oatmeal chocolate chip right here.
That's my favorite.
There you go.
Yeah, that one's good.
That is my favorite. So first we want to go into, this is our second anniversary. And I'm not showing any clips because when I did the first anniversary clips, I was wearing the exact same shirt in the picture. We were showing it. And Donnell Turner goes, wow, you're wearing the same shirt you wore a year ago. I was like, oh my God. So no clips. I'm wearing a polo shirt like I usually did on the show.
And Donnell sends his love. He is in Atlanta, is the reason he's not here for James's last.
And I went down to her too. He couldn't make it. But he's in Atlanta. He's doing all kinds of stuff too. Nice. So thank you, Donnell. You know how I feel about you. You already know how I feel about you. That's great. But first, Robert, I just want to tell you. So you have a movie that you just finished working on.
Yes.
Right? Yes. We saw the snaps and just stories and all that kind of pictures and stuff. Can you talk about that at all?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm actually wearing the T-shirt right now.
See it.
Last 3 days. It's an action crime thriller. Very different type of role than what I play on General Hospital, and a different process. I forgot what it's like to film a movie and not be on a soap set where they have all the cameras set up before you start shooting. On a soap it moves so fast. And on a movie, you're like, whoa, we get to do that scene 20 times? I don't know if I like that or don't like that, but okay. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Yeah. But no, I think it turned out really well. I'm excited. It was just fun to, take on a new character. I love playing Dylan, but it's always, as an actor, the reason you like to be an actor is to act like different characters. So it was nice to play a new role, and it should be out hopefully sometime in the summer. So,
nice. Who do you play?
I play the lead. I play Jack Clough. He's an undercover cop, and he gets in. It's kind of moment. You remember the movie Momentum?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Kind of how he just
Christopher
goes
Nolan,
back,
yeah.
a little bit of like a time travel type of scenario. It's a little bit like that, but it's also ultimately it's about his relationship that he has with his wife and how his career is affecting their relationship in a negative way, and if he could go back and change things in his career, would he, to save his marriage? So it's a really, I think people will be able to relate to it with, whether you like action or whether you like a love story or whatever. I think people will, a lot of people will be able to relate to it. So.
You had me time travel.
Time
That was
travel.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
in.
all you
Yeah.
have to-
Boom.
Nice.
Right there. That's it.
Speaking of time travel and self-promotion, Frank and I will be doing Legends of Tomorrow Tuesdays at 10 p.m., guys.
Please. Now's not the time.
So wants to know how was it like shooting a gun?
It was fun. I mean, I'm not a pro at shooting a gun. I'm not gonna lie.
Aren't you from North Carolina?
But I am. I
right.
did grow up. I've done some. I'm from the country, so I've like shot skeet, like the fake, target practice and stuff, and I've gone hunting and stuff like that. But like cop gun work is a little different. Using a little handgun and stuff. So it was definitely. I definitely had to just kind of brush up on my skills because I haven't done it in a while. But at the acting school I went to, we did stage combat and film combat, and we worked with guns a little bit. So I was not totally unfamiliar. But I went to the shooting range and I practiced, and we had on set we had a real cop come and just make sure I didn't look like an idiot. And I think I pulled it off. We'll see. I mean, I haven't gotten to watch the movie yet, so I could look awful. But now, from the clips that I've seen so far, they look really cool. So I'm excited.
What's it like doing like a fight scene in a soap as opposed to doing it on a film? Do you have more time? Since you have more, like better qualified stunt people. It's more elaborate.
Yeah, I wouldn't say better qualified stunt people. I think it's just a different type of process because you have more time. You probably have a bigger budget going towards just that fight scene. You've got more camera angles. They're doing maybe more creative things with shooting it because they have the time and the flexibility with the budget to do that. And on a soap, they have their cameras that are pretty much set up the way they're always set up. And I'm trying to think if I've really had a fight scene on General Hospital. I had a scene recently where I punched Scotty Baldwin.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was really that felt good. That felt good.
Yeah.
But that was that was a pretty standard setup.
Did you and Morgan fight at all? No. Did you fight?
We wanted to, but we never actually did.
I
No,
think so.
I think we pushed. There was a push involved, and I think Luke, Anthony Geary, and I, when I first came on the show, we had like a little push scene.
Okay.
But no, that was the first time I got to punch somebody, and it felt good.
When
It felt good.
When you were shooting the movie, did you ever have to do double duty, like leave set then go to GH set?
No, I had. They gave me off from
Oh,
General
that's
Hospital for the entire 4 weeks, which was really.
Wow, that's nice.
Really cool. Yeah, well, I guess 2 of the weeks we were dark, so I really only had to get off, for 2 weeks. But they were able to write around my character, and I shot a bunch of episodes before, and it worked out. So.
Wow. First, we'll give a shout out to Alexis Torres, who's one of our original engineers, who's in the chat room. We love you, Alexis Torres. You can follow her at aTorres890, where Alexis Torres is sold.
So I feel like we gotta get into it a little bit there. So
Yeah, that's
Robert,
nice. Tell
yes. So what in terms of the show? What is happening?
I don't know. No, I will be completely honest with you. You guys know as much as I know at this point. It was a little bit of a shocker for sure.
Yeah.
I had another 2 years on my contract, and the producers called me and they said, well, they called me into the office, but because I was filming, we had to do a phone call. But they just said, how it works is I'm in a 4-year contract, but they are in like a 13-week cycle.
Oh, yeah.
So every 13 weeks, and then I think every 6 months, they have the option to bump you off contract, which doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be off the show. It just means you're not on contract anymore. So you might be a recurring character, which, there's a lot of actors on the show that you see all the time. Finola Hughes is recurring. Brittany, who plays Valerie, is recurring. A lot of people's favorite characters are actually recurring. Yeah. So it's not the end of the world, or might not even be the end of Dylan on the show. But it was funny the way it broke, because I was going to wait to let the fans know and stuff that I wasn't going to be on contract.
Yeah.
And my next cycle ends the end of October. So I'm still on contract until the end of October.
Right.
And then I'm kind of in limbo right now because I don't know what they're planning on doing with me. I hope they keep me around as a recurring, especially with the fan reaction. I think the fans were very passionate about
they
wanting
were.
it, which made me feel good because I was like, all right, cool, at least I got their support, it would have sucked if nobody cared. That would have been felt pretty.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get rid of that guy.
Yeah, okay.
So for right now, I'm still under contract, working until the end of October, and I believe the writers are trying to figure out if they want to keep me on as a recurring or what they're going to do, or maybe have me leave town for a while. I'm not sure. So, but I would love to stay, but I get it. It's a business, and they got a lot of characters they're juggling. Steve Burton coming back is going to be a huge focus of the show, and I'll be all right.
Well, what's funny? I interviewed Brittany the other day, actually, for my podcast, and she was not gone for a long time, who plays Valerie, and now she's back.
Right.
Like, she's like in full story, she's in the storylines.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for him, you guys, I mean, he may,
Yeah, I mean, I will say y'all's comments and tweets and support to the producers and the writers and General Hospital, I'm sure it's driving them nuts, but I mean, it shows that you guys really care about the show, first and foremost, but also about me, and I want to say thank you a lot for that, because it has been an interesting month for me, and I've been staying busy with the movie, but seeing y'all's love and support has been amazing, so thank you.
So fans are great.
Yeah, because I feel like the longest time people wanted to see Dylan and Kiki together.
Yes.
And it finally happens, and then all of a sudden this starts coming up.
I'm a fan of keeping Dylan on the show. I think there's so much potential story, and we're just getting to it, and I don't feel like I've really gotten to explore my own storyline yet, really, to be honest. I love the way Dylan pops into different people's scenes, and he's kind of the good guy that's like a listening ear and like, hey, let me give you some good advice or whatever, But I don't think he's had his own journey yet on the show, really, I mean, it's been about his mom, or it's been about Kiki, or it's been about Crimson, and he's in there helping with whatever's going on. But the only time I really got my own story was when I first came on the show and I was doing the movie. But then I think that whole story got shifted once, stuff changes very fast on a soap. We got new writers and they change things around, which I understand. But yeah, I would like to explore. I'd like to get deep. I'd like to get deep with Dylan and, really, I don't know.
We were hoping for it when Richard Berger was playing your father on the show.
Yeah.
We were hoping, because
there was some cool stuff in that.
Yes, there was. We're like, oh wait, there it is. Like, oh my God, there's something good, juicy there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that was, I loved Richard Berger. I'm not sure what's going on with him on the show either. He could come back at some point.
Could.
Yeah, because he's not dead.
Not dead.
He's just in prison somewhere, right? So, but I mean, yes, stuff changes so fast. But yeah, there was some hope there. I think Killen is, getting kind of. They're happy. They're finally together.
Yes.
And it's like. So we'll see. We will see what they decide to do.
And that's I was just gonna say, that's the thing, is Dylan and Kiki are such a cute couple, and they're so positive, and like you say, Dylan is the good guy, and I'm the one who likes to watch the good guy, as everyone knows. I don't really care for Sonny, and I don't like that everything's always centered around him. I'd rather see a Dylan story, and I know I'm not the only one, because as I say, you saw the fan reaction. I even told him, make sure you tweet the writers, just be nice.
Right.
Because that goes a longer way, and that's the thing, is everybody's been wanting more Quartermaines. Why not have a Dylan Quartermaine storyline?
You and the Ned thing. I mean, you guys are becoming brothers.
Oh,
like,
man.
it's so much to watch.
I love Wally Kurth.
Yes,
man.
we love him.
We love him, and I think we have great, chemistry on screen. It works. My mom even says, she's like, you guys, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It does.
She's like, you guys are good as brothers, and I'm like, yeah. So, with between that being a Quartermaine and that family we were coming back again.
Yes, you were.
And then the Kiki thing, I was surprised. But once again, we don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully recurring, and then I'm free to also do other projects as well, which is cool. So we'll see.
But it is true, the fans, they do have a voice, because like a couple years ago, I think Rebecca Hurst, they were going to let her go, and the fans stepped it up. So you guys, fans,
they do.
yes.
Yeah, and I'm impressed. You guys go hard. I mean, I'm like, my Twitter feed is just pages and pages of Keep Dylan, and you guys make your own pictures and collages and like videos, and thank you. I mean,
they're doing it on here now and talking about how much they love you. I mean, it's just going on, and it said the DH needs Quartermaines. You know how we feel. Me and Frank Lacretia love some Quartermaine action.
Yeah.
So
well, I think it's a lightheartedness of the show, and I think that's why people responded to killing Kiki and Dylan's relationship, because like you said, soaps are so filled with the drama and the backstabbing and the killing people and being mean to each other, which is awesome, and that's without drama there is no soap. So but I think it's nice to just have that little element of like happiness thrown in there once in a while, and the Quartermaine family has that humorous kind of lighthearted. You know, their Thanksgivings and the Christmas, the power going out and stuff. And I think people they just like that family bond, and it's just nice to have be able to smile sometimes when you're watching the show. It's kind of nice, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Quartermaine family there, what was it like with Jane Elliott's last day? Was she somebody that just didn't want a big fuss about everything, or was everybody like, no, we're going to make sure you're celebrated completely on your last
she
day?
didn't want a big fuss, but everybody else was going to make a big fuss because she's Jane Elliott.
Hello.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Her last day was... Well, I mean, I think it translated very clearly how everybody felt in those last episodes. Yeah. Nobody was really acting. I mean, people were genuinely emotional. It was bittersweet because everybody was really happy to see her get to go do something else with her life. She's given 30 plus years to General Hospital. Yeah. And I think honestly, Jane Elliott felt the way Tracy Quartermaine felt. She had given her life to Port Charles. Jane had given her life to General Hospital, and just like her character wanted to go and find what was next in her life, so.
Yeah, and it felt so real, and to me, that was probably one of the better send-offs I'd seen in years.
I'm so glad they didn't kill her off or
And
I loved. I don't know. I think there was a mixed reaction, but I really liked that they had her run into Anthony Geary.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too. I liked it. I thought it was great. He had a weird hairdo, but other than
that haircut was for something else, right?
A little weird.
Amsterdam got to him a little bit.
Yes, exactly. And I'm part Dutch, so I understand. It's a little crazy over there. But
He's like the coolest guy, though. If anybody can pull that haircut off, that guy can. He's like,
one of my goals is to go to Amsterdam and hang out with Anthony Geary.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's so cool.
I'm sure it'd be a good time.
Completely.
Is that something that he opens up to the cast, like an open door policy? If you're ever in Amsterdam, look
me up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of the most loving, warm people on that set. I think my first day working, he was like the first guy that came up to me and was like, hey, introduced himself. And at the time I was just so naive and didn't even know who he was. I had no idea. And my first scenes were with him and Jane Elliott, and then I'd go downstairs and do a little more research. I mean, I guess I did know who they were because I did some research on them, and I was like, oh, okay, so they've been, they're big. But I didn't realize how big until I told my mom who my scenes were with, and she was like, oh my God. She's like, I never even watched soaps, but nobody missed the Luke and Laura stuff.
No, we did,
back in the day.
Yeah,
people would skip class, and so, that was pretty cool. But he's an awesome dude.
I'm going to say something very controversial because this is my last day. I can say whatever I want.
Go for it.
I saw chemistry. I'm sorry, everybody. And we've had Chloe on the show. We love her. Great girl.
Uh-huh.
I saw chemistry between you and Nell and Marrakesh.
Yeah?
You guys, I thought. You guys weren't playing it that way, but it's just like, Michael needed to watch his cousin because I was like, I'm seeing a little.
I totally thought she was gonna kill Dylan. I saw it too. I was like, oh man, now she's gonna hook her.
I saw a little something there. I don't know. It's because the way you got maybe just you in the same room. I don't know what it was, but you're helping each other out with the necklace thing. I saw his chemistry.
She's an attractive person, and I mean, I think I liked those scenes. I think they're more so trying to build up a friendship because we're coworkers with Crimson. But we wondered that as well. Reading those scenes that day, we were like, hold on,
where's Michael?
Where's Michael? Why are you kissing me on the cheek in this scene? Like, it's a little touchy-feely, especially since we hadn't worked together before.
No.
But it's supposed to be that we have been working together and become friends, and it just hasn't been on the show. But it's funny because it's funny you say that because Frank, the producer, came down. I think he might have directed those scenes that day.
Oh, they agree. People in here agree. Oh, they agree with me. Okay, good. They agree with me.
Yeah. He said he stopped us when we were shooting. He said, I never thought I would say this on set, but too sexy. Tone it down. Because we were playing into it a little too much because you just never know what the writers are thinking, and we saw kind of the way it was written seemed a little flirty. We're two young people working in an office together in Morocco. Shit happens, you know what I mean? So we were playing into it a little too much. And Frank, actually, it was funny. He stopped us. He was like, okay, I never thought I'd say this, but that was too sexy. Do it again and be more buddy-buddy. And I was like, okay, so treat her more like my sister? He was like, yes. I was like, okay. But I guess it still came off.
No, it still came off. Sorry.
So.
Well, we are from the South, so.
Yeah, true. I guess sister, brother, that doesn't matter, right?
Yes, but I saw it. I'm glad people actually agree with me. I thought maybe it was controversial because I'm like, I saw something there. I was like, that's a little interesting. Because it's funny, I know some soaps will throw people together to see what happens.
Right.
And, but like you said, I didn't realize you just said now they have been working together for a while as coworkers. I didn't really pick that up.
Yeah, they had been. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to go.
Are
Oh
we
yeah, they're
friendly?
both from Crimson, so they've become friends, and that's Michael's cousin. So
Yeah.
you know, but
Well, like you kind of messing around with Michael's girlfriend, but then also like just needling Ned all the time about like, hey, you know, you really want to be head at ELQ.
I know.
You gotta get, you want to take over for Michael, don't you? Admit it. Admit it.
I know,
Those
yeah,
are great scenes.
those are fun. I think. Yeah, man. I mean, that's where I thought the story was going.
Yes.
That's what's crazy. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. We're gonna have this battle with, you know, the Quartermaines are back, and we're gonna try to fight, you know, Michael to get back in. And I'm gonna be rooting Ned on, but we'll see. I don't
That's
know.
the story we want. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think there could have been such a cool, weird triangle with maybe Kiki gets in the mix, and I don't know. I guess they kind of did that with Morgan and Michael and Kiki back in the day, so that might be like a little repetitive. Well, I mean, it's a soap; things are
Yeah, they
repetitive,
would do
right?
it.
Yeah, one time alone.
They would do it
Yeah.
again. Yeah. So
They did. Is there anything, because we've talked to him before, is there anything you ever wanted to ask him or his character since you were here as a guest?
So how was so you said you were new to GH, where your mom watched it before you auditioned and all that?
she
jazz.
watched it just when she was in college,
In
because
college.
Luke and Laura, I mean,
Yeah, they're big.
nobody missed that.
Okay.
But she was never a soap watcher, no, which is why I was so naive to some of these huge, iconic soap stars, be like Jane Elliott, and I mean, I didn't know, which was probably a good thing because I would have been way more nervous working with him the first day. But I was just like, oh hey, cool, great to meet you. You know, like, but anyway, sorry, what was your?
How
what your
was the audition process? Did you have to, go back a couple times?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was a process. I met Mark Teschner for the first time probably, I don't know, back in like 2011. I went in for a role. Actually, I think it might have been what ended up being Morgan's character. I went in for that. I just wasn't right. My hair was a lot longer, and I think I just wasn't as experienced yet either as an actor. I needed more times. But he did. I could tell he liked me. We had a good vibe. And then my manager got me in for another audition a couple years later. Went really well. He told me in the room that he was going to call me back in. But then it never happened, which is probably something that happened with writing or story changed or whatever. But I went, you know what, I really like, that'd be great. That'd be great training to get on a soap. And I know I've got a good rapport with Mark. So I found out that he does a class at TVI Studios. And I was like, well, let me get in there. And let me just like make sure we're friends and cool and he knows me. And can when you're in a class with somebody and you get to really work with them, it's not a 5-minute, 2-minute audition where you're in and you're out and then he sees 1,000 other guys. So that was cool. It was like a 4-week workshop that he did, and we just got to know each other and exchanged emails, and we kind of kept in touch. And then this role came up, and I think 8 months later, this role came up. And then I went in. He told me he was going to call me back, and I was like, I've heard that before. And then another 3 months went by, and I was on my way to Vegas actually for my brother-in-law's bachelor party, and I got an email, and they were like, we want you to come in for the callback, and I freaked out, and then I had to go to the callback for the producers. Then I found out they wanted me to test, and so I'm like, okay, cool, I get to test, like on set, hair and makeup with the actress that they want me. It was Lulu at the time.
Oh, yeah.
But even the test, there was still 5 other guys in the running. So even at that stage, it was down to 6 of us. So it can be depressing, but I ended up booking it, so it was cool. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work.
But yeah, it's very, very competitive.
And then you went to Vegas to celebrate.
And then I went to Vegas to celebrate. Yeah.
As one does.
Yeah, going into your brother-in-law's bachelor party.
Exactly.
Right, we love Vegas. So you guys, we're going to talk a little more with him. We're going to take some phone calls, of course, and you can talk to him a little bit too. We're not going to do it. We're not, this is my show, so we're not doing a recap of the week. But I just wanted to mention one thing that happened this week that was just interesting that I want everybody's opinion on. Obviously, they revealed Jason's face.
Yeah.
Staring out into whatever.
Yeah.
Steve Burton's
Yes, Frank's
face.
impersonation is spot on.
Just a
Can you
lot
do
of this.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it.
He's acting with his eyes right now in his forehead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And against Mara West, Ava. And
I just want to have one thing to say. I want to see so bad the scene where Ava is the one that brings
Jason home.
Oh my-
and they all have to kiss her ass.
Wait, so I am confused.
Okay.
So they're bringing old Jason back, but new Jason's still on the show. So are they going to be brothers or what?
well, here's the thing. So I love the fact that they finally showed Billy Miller's face. I thought it was hilarious. I was like,
He looked good in that coma.
I think they did it on purpose to kind of throw people off. They didn't show his face for a long time.
Right.
Like, well, where did he go? What's going on? So they showed his face, and so then Frank goes with his mom, and she says there's a twin, but it's not Jason's twin. So it's Franco and this Billy Miller Jason twin?
No, she said it's not Franco's twin. She said it's not your brother. So I think it is what I said, that Billy Miller and Steve Burton were twins. Because that's what Heather said all along, but she just lied and said it was Franco and not...
But then how is Franco involved?
Well, this kid or whatever somehow knew Franco as a kid. Because I'm guessing maybe he was with Heather Weber or something, because Heather and Betsy seem to know. So hopefully what I theorized was right. But,
well, people are trying to tell me, no, it's Nicholas. No, I knew it was Steve Burton in there and whatever.
Sadly, it's not Nicholas.
Well, my mom said, though, she's watching, hi, Mom, that there was a photo of Franco and then one of the Jasons when they were little at a park. Okay, so...
Yeah. So they keep walking around. So it's not Franco's twin, it's Jason's twin. So, yeah. Steve Burton, I agree with you, Toffa, and Steve Burton's going to be Jason. I mean, come on. It's like, it can't be anybody else.
So is Sam going to be with old Jason or new Jason?
You get a Jason, and you get a Jason, and you get a Jason. Everybody gets a Jason.
What all the women on this show have always wanted.
Exactly. Multiple Jasons.
Yeah.
Elizabeth already has her Franco.
Yeah, do not break up Frizz. I like them.
The Liaison fans are strong. On social media, they are strong.
I'm sorry. I don't care whatever Franco does. I love Franco, and I'll admit it. Sorry. Do not break them up.
So that's a whole big thing, though. They want Steve Burton and Liz back together. I'm like, really? That character, is interesting.
No.
So we don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know what they're gonna do.
And I don't know either. I mean, people have been asking me, and it's funny because I'm like, I don't even know what's going on with my character right now.
Right, exactly.
Leave me out of it. I don't know. There's gonna be two Jasons, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah.
We've spent a long time this week just watching him just kind of struggle to get out of a wheelchair. So a lot of that, and that ridiculous mask that he's in.
He's dangerous, that's why. He's dangerous.
Right. There you go.
Don't talk to him, Ava. What are you doing? Okay, sure. But yes, so that's I just wanted to mention that storyline because it was kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
It's so interesting that Ava's going to be the one to sing Jason, and I'm so happy.
They're all Liaison fans are loud and mean. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They are loud. They are very vocal. That's like I said. They came out of nowhere. When Steve Burton was announced his comeback, they came out of nowhere. It surprised me how strong they were on Twitter. As you know, soap Twitter is very big. Very big. We've had our own routes with soap Twitter ourselves.
Speaking of soap Twitter, it is Ryan Pavy's birthday.
Yes,
so if you're on soap Twitter, wish him a happy birthday.
We love Ryan, a friend of the show. Yes, it's his birthday today, so he's probably doing something interesting. Maybe he's photography
on his motorcycle,
or his motorcycle, or hiking. He loves doing all that stuff. So you never know what he's doing with that. That's all I want to talk about this week. I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about this week that's actually really worth it?
We get to see Finn starting to get into spy work. That's about it.
Well, the exciting thing about that is Jessica Tuck is coming on the show.
I know. I
loved her as Megan on Wife to Live and on Judging Amy and True Blood.
And
I was getting there, girl. I was getting there. She was on the same. Was she on the same time as Carolyn Hennessy? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
they were at the same time. Our buddy Carolyn Hennessy.
I think. Yeah.
They were on the same seasons or so. But she's coming on as the Cassandra person, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
I'm excited. She's a great actress, really great actress. So that's the only part I'm excited about that. But I was also trying to put Finn and what's her name together.
Yeah, that's what I see. I think they're putting Finn and Anna together, and I'm like, what about Andre? He and Anna have such chemistry.
Here's something funny though. Andre and Felix walked in together to the gallery open. I was like, are they together? What's going on? The two black men together. I was like, what's going on? Why did they walk in together? What's going on?
Now, I ship Jason and Curtis, but I don't know about Andre and Felix.
Now, one storyline we didn't have this week, and please just tell me. Tell me what, if people are talking about this at the show, the Manlander storyline. Do people find that is just as ridiculous as the fans?
Or at least me?
You're not part
of it.
You don't have to.
And he's not part of it. He's not part of the storyline.
Right. No, I understand. I mean, I think, I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't really talked to Ryan about it. I'm not sure how they feel about that storyline. I think some of this stuff is fun. I think the Amy character is great. I think she's funny and kind of that fresh, fun energy that the show needs. Some people like that, like we talked about. Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe it just went on a little too long or something. I thought that was going to be a shorter segment.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes less is more with a storyline like that. But people have been kind of iffy on that one.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, I've been very vocal about it.
Oh, and Frank.
Yeah, Frank and I both been very vocal about that storyline. All the people involved, we love. I mean, everybody involved. You know, they're great people, but just and Risa's she's great.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Have you had Risa on the show yet?
No, not yet.
Oh no, yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
You got to bring her on.
Yeah, we
She's
got to bring her
fun.
on.
Yeah,
She's so much fun. She's a nice person. But no.
How have you handled it? Has there been a time on the show where you've been in a storyline you thought, I think this is going to be like a little quick thing, and it is turning in way longer than I expected?
Yeah, a lot of the things. A lot of things. I mean, there's also, on the flip side of that, there's been things where I was like thrown in a scene with somebody, and I was like, oh wow, they're gonna develop something right here. Like the scene that I did with Risa, Amy, and we meet at the restaurant, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna plan this high school reunion.
Yeah.
And she walks out crying because she had this huge crush on me. We never went anywhere with that.
I know.
There was also the time when my dad got taken to prison, and I looked in the eye and I said, you have my word, I'm gonna go find my sister, and not for you, but for me. Sister never came up again.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that where you're like, wait, where'd that go? But then there's also, like this storyline, I think there's things where you're like, whoa, I didn't expect this to become a huge thing. I mean, when I was thrown into a scene with Haley Aaron, Kiki, I thought that was just cool, we're passing, but like you said, it was kind of a chemistry test. And they were like, oh. So I think sometimes they just throw stuff out there and see what fans respond to. And sometimes they don't listen to the fans, and sometimes they do. But
They have their own vision.
right.
What was your most all-time memorable favorite scene?
I loved when I got to do the nurses' ball. I thought that was so fun. I thought it was a great way to kind of start the Killin relationship.
Yes.
When we sang Stitches, it was cute, and it was a fresh new song. I got to showcase my music side, which was really, really fun. And I think I think the nurses' ball is great because it's just not something you expect on a soap opera. I mean, I remember I had some of my friends watch that Stitches scene, and they were like, oh wow, I didn't expect that. I was like, yeah, cool. So it's just nice when you get to do something new, I loved when I got to punch Scotty Baldwin. I was like, hell yeah, Dylan. You're not a pushover all the time,
Yes.
So it was cool. Yeah.
Because somebody has to play the nice guy, and we get it. And somebody has to play the nice girl. And those are always when you have to have somebody who plays those roles.
Right.
I always feel for the actors because you have to keep it fresh every time.
Right. Well, that's what's tough, and I think that with the Killin storyline, we started off so strong, and people were psyched about it, and then I think people got a little bored with it because it was just constantly nice, which is great, but story's got to go somewhere. You can't just be happy. There's no story. It's a soap opera. If you're just happy, then there isn't anything interesting to watch. So I was excited. I think I was excited like this past summer when we had Ava was in the hospital, and I was like, oh wow, this is going to be some intense stuff. And even though it wasn't my storyline, having to be there and support her when she was going through all of this, there were some really cool emotional scenes. So that was really cool. I don't know where I was going with all of this. What was the question?
Well, what's it like
I'm sorry.
doing your first nurses' ball, and then last year this past nurses' ball? Now that you had one under your belt, does it make the second one a lot easier?
This last one, I'm not gonna lie. When we were doing the recording, I did not have a voice. I was sick and I had lost my voice. Was really, really raspy. So, and that song, it was high for me. David Bowie. I mean, you can't. Nobody can be David Bowie. Let's be honest. But they dropped the key for me a little bit, and then they they threw some auto-tune on there, and it sounded decent. But I think I wasn't as happy with the vocals this year, but I thought the performance overall with with the dancers on stage and the lights, it came together really cool. But no, I don't know if I'd say. I think I was a little more nervous this year because there was just a lot more going on. With the dancers and the choreography, I was in my head a little bit about how my voice was going to sound when they mixed it. I mean, he did a great job with mixing everything. But the first year, it was just a lot more kind of hanging out on stage with a mic, walking around really casual, and Kiki's just looking cute. So it wasn't as like stressful, and I just felt like that song fit my voice so well that I was more comfortable with it. But
and David Bowie, that's just so hard to live up to.
I mean, but it was fun. It was a challenge because it's not a song I would have picked for myself. But I was a little nervous about it, but it came together cool.
How much pre-work do you get in that? How much do you get a lot of rehearsal time?
The nurses' ball is the we get the most rehearsal out of anything on General Hospital. We actually have rehearsals scheduled, which we don't for the other scenes. It's kind of up to us. So yeah, we have we start rehearsing probably 3 or 4 weeks beforehand. Then we record the song halfway through, and they're working on that. We go back in and mix vocals, and we go back to dance rehearsal, and so we probably have 3 or 4 rehearsals beforehand, and then a couple studio sessions where we record everything. But then once we're on set, I mean, it's Fast.
Does anybody question like why? Who is watching this red carpet that people walk through in this small New York town? Because that always gets me. Like,
Right.
who is watching this?
Right,
Who's
right,
watching this
right.
red carpet arrival? I don't understand.
Yeah, they had Mario Lopez
Yes,
on
last
that,
year,
right?
Come on. He would know. Why is Mario Lopez? Mario Lopez would not do this. Why was he doing this?
I didn't even get to walk. I wasn't on the
Yeah,
carpet.
you
last
weren't. You
year.
weren't.
No,
No,
no.
you weren't. Okay, guys. So I got to do this now because I got to remember how to do this. I got to do this.
James,
Oh, is it? He's walking off.
what are you doing?
He's out.
I'm not
He said-
James Lott Jr.
During this time, I'll be having some of the gluten-free peanut butter smash cookies.
Oh.
Robert, would you like a cookie?
I would now, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at this. We've got
What do we
such
got
a great
here?
selection
I know.
here.
I was like, we're taking like.
You had the chocolate chip oatmeal ones,
Yes,
right?
they're
Yeah. Those
solid
are
choice.
very good.
Solid
I might
choice.
have to do that.
Okay, folks. So
Appreciate
that was a
Yes.
momentary
I'm
moment.
good for now. I'll get someone.
I have given presents to Lacretia and Frank because they are my people, and it's
Thank
something
you,
personal from me, something random, a cool thing from General Hospital, who says, "Thank you, General Hospital, for the gift you gave us," and something random. So you have to open them now.
Well,
all
cool. It says I wrapped this myself. I really like these bags, James. Kudos to that.
First off, I have a nude photograph of James Lott Jr.
Yes,
Thank
exactly.
you. Thank you so much. I love it. This is going right there on my mantle. Oh, look at this. First. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's my book.
Look at
yeah.
this.
It's my book.
Established author James Lott Jr.
Yeah. And I got James Lott Jr.'s Untitled Book of Poetry.
I have
We also got a book.
I have 7 books
Yeah.
out. So these each mean something to me. I gave to you.
Oh, my.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, this, I kind of saw a sneak peek of this.
yeah.
Oh,
It
look
is
at
the book
this.
Legal Life of
Oh,
Damon Spinelli,
sweet.
written
Yeah.
by our girl Carolyn Hennessy.
Oh, cool.
I actually found
go.
those.
Yeah.
I actually
This is
found those.
awesome.
I know. I didn't realize they came out in hardback.
They
and
came out in
everything.
hardback.
Wow, that's really
cool.
cool.
Look at this. I saw her at the Hero Dog
Yeah.
Awards and said hello to her.
Oh, we love Carolyn. Love you, Carolyn. She's been on our show many times, so we love her. But that's a book of Damien Spinelli. Just random tambourine.
As much as I love superheroes, I will be ready to jam out.
And Robert will sing
Yeah.
or rap
Yes.
while you
Your-
play tambourine.
Your next music video that you put together, can I just be in there just
Absolutely.
playing?
Yep,
Yeah.
playing that
Yes.
tambourine.
That's right.
You're going to be in
They
the
have my
fun-
little superhero tambourine. That'd be perfect.
And then
my
for
goodness.
Lucretia, I got her.
Oh wow, wine.
It says.
Oh, it says wine is cheaper than therapy. That
There you
is.
go.
There
That's
you go.
true.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
Thank you, James. You know
You're
me so
welcome.
well.
And a can of Vienna sausage. I tell you, it's random.
I've never had this before in my life.
Oh, God.
Has anybody eaten this?
I eat them all the time. They're good.
I used to eat them because we were poor. And me and my brother would always be like, they look like wieners.
So yeah, so that's
Yeah.
a little. I say random gift.
I love it. All right.
Like-
Oh, that's cute.
and the last one is from General Hospital.
Oh, this. There we go.
So you get that
Oh,
shirt because
wow.
it reminded me of your TR stat was one of your
Oh,
early
yes.
things.
I
So
like
save the
ruining
drama.
Save the
mine.
drama.
Nice.
And because we like to make fun of police departments,
Oh, yeah.
how they never catch Sonny or anybody. Port Charles police shirts.
Oh, my God.
So thank you, Frank Valentini, Amber and Julie and PR, Donnie, everybody. They was so great. They sent them to us.
Thank you, guys.
Second year in a row they sent us
Thank you,
t-shirts.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love you guys. So that's why I wanted to make sure you got them. Yes. I know. So that's for you guys. You guys are going to continue. We're going to actually also open the phone lines. Let's get some phone calls in here. And Steve, can I ask you a question? I was told we have. I don't want to go to 8 o'clock, but I want to go a little like maybe 30 minutes, just in case. Just a few more seconds. They say it's blocked out till 8, but I want to make sure you go a little over.
Because there's a lot of people who want to say goodbye to James.
Well, they're
Lott
going to
Jr.
say they want to talk to Robert too, so I want to make sure everybody gets their chance. Thank you. And we're going to the phone lines. So we're going to be opening there 424-253-0749.
And I'll put it in the chat, guys, too.
Yeah, put it in the chat too. And
These cookies are very good, by the way.
They're
are they good? They're good.
Hell yeah, cookies. Very good.
Hell yeah, that's right. And they're made at home. She makes them at home, and they're just. I mean, they're so good. Yeah, she's so good.
Does she sell them at a storefront or is it just online?
Just online. Also, she does local things, local things. She goes to local fairs and stuff that she sells them at. And so she's from Los Angeles. She's a Los Angeles person, so I like to support her.
Nice.
And she's great. So she's done it. We have our first phone
Ooh,
caller.
wow.
Hello, you're on GH Report. Who are you? What is your name? Where are you calling from?
It's PEI.
Oh, it's
Hey,
Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh, I guess of course. Of
Of
course.
course it has to be me.
Yes. Hello, Miss Kelly.
Hello. Hey, Rob.
Hey, how you doing? I don't know where to look.
Yes, Hi. For God, since it's a voice in the air.
How are you?
Can't forget Rob, even though I don't see him on screen.
Exactly. So what did you want to say, girl?
We need Quartermaine duo singing.
Oh, you're
Brother
right.
duo.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he's so talented too.
I know that would be cool too.
Yes, it would be.
He's such a
It would.
great
Both
musician.
of you guys are phenomenal voices.
Thank you so much.
And
Yeah,
he's a good guitar player too.
I think I thought maybe this past year they were going to throw us together for something, but
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. Yeah.
but then they put him with Lisa, which was great. I mean, but yeah,
I
I'd
thought
be
you were
down.
going to do backup vocals at his wedding.
That would have been cool too.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He did a great job with that song.
He did. That's
Yo.
a great wedding.
Damn, I love his singing. Holy cow.
He actually sang that live too, right there on set.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
kind of figured that.
Hmm
Oh, wow, that's good to know.
Kind of figured that. Questions that's been burning me for a while is, how long were you on GH when you did the first Magic Milo?
The first Magic Milo.
Mm-hmm.
How long had I been on? I guess about a year. I think. Yeah, about
Yeah.
a year. And they threw me in.
They put you on screen and screw you with no pants on.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I was pretty much told my first week, like, just be ready to be naked, like, because you're the new like young guy, you're gonna be naked a lot,
yeah.
and I was naked the first week. We shot a scene where I'm in a towel, and it was actually funny because
You were less than that a few weeks ago.
I was,
Oops.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the scene where I'm outside. And
Yes. Mhm.
If
Skinny.
only they still made Playgirl.
Dylan threw his bathing suit.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because what's really weird about being an actor and being on set is it's almost I remember shooting that scene the other day, and I was after we shot I was going over to get the coffee, and I looked down and I'm in my underwear, and I was like, is it weird that I'm in my underwear, or is it weird that nobody cares? Like, it's just it's so common on set to just be naked. Like, it's nothing weirds me out anymore. I'm like, all right, cool. Throw it at me. I'm ready.
I didn't care. I'd rather see you do it 24/7.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Mhm.
maybe they'll keep me around a little longer for you, and I'll get.
Or just set up a webcam at home.
There you go.
One of the two.
That's
Yep.
true. I can start my own.
That is so funny.
A lot of
Please,
people
let's
make
have
a
you on
living.
longer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, and I thought it was Frank in that wheelchair.
Frank.
Y'all
Oh my God,
were-
Frank. Oh, that's so
Oh,
funny.
this
There you go.
Frank.
Yes,
In the
sure.
wheelchair.
That's great.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep, that's you.
That powerful wheelchair acting that I do. I'm known for my wheelchair acting, guys.
Yes,
I don't want to
exactly.
brag.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
Had to say that.
Yes.
At least you changed your color there, Frank.
That's true. That's true.
Change the color. That's so funny.
You dressed up for the second anniversary show.
Of course,
Just
yes.
always.
I mean, only the best shorts for the second anniversary show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Are no shorts?
Oh yes, I'm wearing shorts. That's it. Of
Shorts.
course.
Yes,
It's the only reason. That's why you come to LA is to wear shorts year round.
That part is true. That part, I agree with that.
Well, Candy there is sitting next to you. Can eyeball you and see whether you have pants on or not.
No, she'll
His pants
Frank
on.
never wears pants, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm glad that Candy's back on.
Oh,
Is she nice?
thank you.
And maybe she'll come back again
Oh, yeah.
and with them while they're here. So, yeah, we like
Yes.
Candy.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
welcome
and-
to come
Oh,
back
thank
with us.
you.
Yeah, anytime. Come back anytime.
I think maybe like James means like he's never, ever, ever
Yeah.
going to be here again. Like that's just it. He's going to walk out this door and then that's it. That's the
That's
last
it.
time we have ever seen James Lott Jr. Ever.
We need to glue you and Lacretia to those chairs.
So
You're
that's
not
it?
leaving.
That's right.
Lacretia too.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
guys.
those two,
Y'all are
yes.
stuck with me.
No.
I need someplace to bitch about them. Sonny.
Right. We'll do it on air.
I'm
Yeah,
putting
you
it up
need
right now.
somewhere to rant about them there, Lacretia.
Yeah, it may just be me and then a picture of Matt Cohen's face if Frank ever leaves. But
Matt Cohen. Oh my God, that's so funny.
I'm going to say it's less than 3 months before we see James Lott Jr. being back in the studio again, just for a one-off, just to come in and say
You
hi.
never know. It could
Yeah.
happen.
There you go.
You're gonna
Random
miss it.
appearance.
That
You'll
can
be
totally happen.
back.
That can totally happen. Yes, it can totally happen.
So Kelly, what are you
I
going to
give it
miss
2
most about
months.
James Lott Jr.? This is what we've all been waiting for, is to hear everybody just shower James Lott Jr. with praise. So what is your favorite James Lott Jr. memory?
Oh, just the first time I was on. It was like, hello, there's Big Daddy on there with the... I love your laugh. I totally love your laugh. Your laughter is just infectious. Hello.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're laughing. I'm sitting here laughing.
I hope that it's infectious. The people, I mean, in a good way. The people, like it's infectious. You know what I mean, or whatever. Yes, but we can't forget you because you're very memorable, and I just want to tell you thank you for always calling in and always supporting us, and I know you'll continue to support. But you're a very memorable person, so I won't forget you.
Hopefully in a good way.
In a good way. It's a good way. It's a good way. You're Canadian. It's a good way, of course.
Of course I am. Hello.
Yes.
One more question to Rob.
Yes.
I'm wondering if the way you learned to shoot a gun for your movie, will Dylan ever use that on somebody in Port Charles that he doesn't like?
I think that'd be pretty fun. I think it'd be fun to give Dylan a little bit of a wild side, give him a little edge. I've been saying that for a couple years now. He's a Quartermaine at the end of the day. So even though he's a good guy, I think he's got that a little bit of a sarcastic. He could have a little bit of a mean streak in him deep down, you know. Yeah. Especially when it comes to protecting.
He's Quartermaine, hello.
Exactly, right? I mean, you're not Tracy's son without some type of edge. But yeah, no, I would love to bring my gun skills back on set. I would love to just be back on set in general, just to put that out there. So whether they have me holding a gun or not, you know, just a job would be cool. So.
Or join the PCPD.
Oh no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that!
I've got a uniform right here.
He'll be the smart one in the PCPD.
He'll be the smart one. He'll actually solve crimes. Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, thank you, Miss Kelly, for calling in as always.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly.
I'm going to miss you, James.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Don't get me started. Now
tweet him every day, Kelly.
What, Candy?
I said tweet him every day.
Tweet me every day. Tweet me every day about General Hospital.
I'm going to drive you nuts, man.
Well, I welcome it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Take care.
Good night.
See ya.
Drink some champagne for me.
We're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it. Okay. And the next time. This next one. You're on GH Report. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Christy of Liaison Radio from New Orleans.
Oh, Christy. Hi, Christy. I've been on her show. How are you?
Yeah, Rob has been on my show too. I'm really good.
How you doing? You just said you're doing good. So that's good.
She's doing good. She's doing good. Wait, we've been drinking, so it's good. So what do you want to say, Miss Christy, or ask, or say, or whatever?
I just want to wish you well, James, and everything you do. I wish best of luck to you. I just kind of called to say hi.
Oh, thank you very much. You've been a long-time supporter online, too. I mean, it's funny when you do these shows, and you know this also as an actor, too. If you follow people, you see their names pop up. You get to know them a little bit. Even if you don't meet them in person, but you get to see the names and around. It's nice to know that we're like a community. We know people. We're all in this together. So, yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I do want to ask Rob one question.
Please, go right ahead.
All right.
What's been your favorite Kiki and Dylan scene to film?
I mean, I loved both the nurses' balls were a blast, just because there's so much, like I said, so much rehearsal, and you just really get to be just doing something different, you know, getting to do music and dance on stage and stuff, and it just reminds me of doing plays and theater growing up. But recently, let's see, I'll try to come up with a new creative answer because I've used that one too many times. I really liked the stuff this summer with her when she was going through, you know, dealing with whether she wanted to forgive her mom. She had to be there for her mom because her mom was dying, basically, but she hated having to be there for her mom because of what her mom has put her through. So just seeing her character struggle and being involved in some of those hospital scenes was just, you know, was a cool story to be a part of.
You know, I will say one thing I enjoyed about you and Kiki was when she used debating about maybe pursuing a medical career.
Yeah.
That it could see like a moment where, you know, like the boyfriend could all of a sudden come home and go like, I don't know, is that something you want to do? And the fact that you were so supportive of it, I think it was just a nice relationship moment between the two of you.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, actually, the scenes where we're at the, I think we're at Kelly's, and she's getting her test results back. I just saw a clip of that the other day because somebody reposted it, and I was like, oh yeah, those were fun scenes when she was like studying for a test, and I have to tell her if she passed or not. So yeah, there's been some really fun stuff with her. I would love to explore that relationship further, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, me too. I want you to stay on the show. I think GH would be fools to let you go. So.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you,
You're
Miss
welcome.
Christie, for calling in. And I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have
Take
a good
care.
night, guys.
Bye, Christy.
Bye. Another phone call. Love it. You are on GH Report. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jacob.
It's Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing
Good.
great. Doing great.
I wanted to ask Palmer really fast. I wanted to ask you if you were in acting, what career choice do you think you would be doing if you were in acting?
I think it would definitely have to be something creative, whether it be music or on the production side, writing or directing, or I'd still think I would want to be involved in the entertainment industry just because I have such a love for it, and I don't think I could sit back and watch movies and TV without wanting to be a part of it somehow. But I've always loved, my family and I used to buy houses that were really run down and flip them. My mom is an interior designer, and I got really into helping out with that, and that's kind of a creative process too, because you kind of turn something into this, you totally transform a home or a house. So architecture or something with flipping houses, I think I would enjoy that as well. But yeah, so I love the entertainment industry. I mean, it sucks, but it's awesome.
Yeah, that's the perfect way of putting it too. It does suck, but also it's great at the same time. Yes.
And I have to say, the production side of it's pretty cool, but that's kind of like a catch-22 thing. If you could get a job doing the production stuff, you're really lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because I have a degree in the production side of it, but I'm really creative when it comes to that stuff, so I totally did that. But I also wanted to ask you, because I kind of came in late, sorry about that, but when does your movie come out that you've been working on?
Yes, the last 3 days.
Yes.
It's right here on my
Yes.
T-shirt. We
Yes.
actually had the official, well, just kind of the wrap party last night for cast and crew. We had it at my house, and it was a lot of fun. They played a little trailer. Well, it was like the fake trailer, but a little trailer and behind the scenes. So I'm not sure. I mean, it usually takes. We just finished a couple weeks ago with any movie or production, as you know, since you're involved in production stuff. It could take up to a year. It could take 2 years. You just don't know. But I think this team, knowing this director and how on top of it he is, I think that he'll get it done within the next few months, and I'm hoping it'll be out by this summer 2018.
There you go. But follow him, and you'll know what's going on.
Yeah. I'll be posting about it on my Instagram and Twitter and everything.
Awesome. And also, real quick, I just wanted to comment real fast about GH this week. The whole Jason story. I hope it gets better, but I'm so sick of the wheelchair scenes. I could do better acting in the wheelchair than that. Because that he's doing a nice job. It's just the way they wrote it. It's like, come on, really? I'm so sick of seeing the forehead and the eyes.
They're building up the suspense.
They're building it up. They're building it up.
the tension for you.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah. So I hope it gets better. But I'm really liking more or less what she's doing what she's doing with her storyline. But I'm wondering, like, when she gets her new face, is her new face gonna be like just she's gonna have the surgery and then it's just gonna be my new face or whatever. So it's just kind of crazy, but it's just kind of driving me out a little bit. But hopefully we'll get
Stay
better.
tuned. Just stay tuned. It's gonna happen. Stay tuned.
And then real fast, I just want to say, James, we're really gonna miss you, and thanks for all the stuff you've done for the soaps for AfterBuzz, especially the bowl break.
On a bowl breakdown,
we're
yeah,
really
mother show.
Miss
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, thank you. You've been a great supporter of everything that I've done, and the Bold Breakdown, of course, is the Bold and Beautiful after show that I did here also, which is no longer, but it's going to come back at some point for somebody's going to take it over and come back. But yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that, Jacob.
I just wanted to say, Frank and Lacretia, you do a good job every week. I love to listen to Lacretia bitch about Honey. She can't stand Honey just as much as I can stand enough. like, please.
Yes.
I like the actor. I just
Maurice is great.
Gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thank you very much.
Jacob.
just one more thing, and I have to say about the same character, I love the actor. I'm getting so tired of the whole crime stuff. It just gets really old, but I understand they can only do what they've been given as far as, like, material, but he's doing a good job. But that whole, the same characters being kind of old. But,
Okay, but I say stay tuned. You never know what's going to, it might change up in a second. Who knows, right?
Fingers crossed.
I just wanted to say it was really nice talking to you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week.
Thank
too,
you,
man. Thank you so much.
Jacob. Bye.
I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we have a phone call. We'll take a few more. Let's see. You're on GH Report. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, hey, everybody. Good evening. This is Jamel coming from Brooklyn.
Jamel. Hi, Jamel.
Hey, James. And you know what? I just came in from seeing that scary clown at the movies. I just came back from it, and I saw that she was on.
I haven't seen it yet, so we haven't seen it yet. So we haven't talking about it.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was crazy. But I saw that she was on. I knew it was your last night, and I had to call in and say thank you for so much. You know, for all these years of work that you've done for the GH fans, and just the commitment, and all the beautiful things you've done through everything you've been through these past couple of years. Still coming in, gave a wonderful show, and I had to call and say that because you've just been classy and fantastic, off and online.
Oh, thank you. You and the other fans have been. I've had some rough moments last month and the last year, a lot of death in my life, and I always think of you, Jamel, because. We had a joke because he lives in Brooklyn. My grandma lives in Brooklyn, and I started say hi to my grandma, talk to her, and she passed away a few weeks ago. So, about 3 weeks ago. So it's kind of I think of you, Jamel. I always think of my grandmother, kind of that whole thing. And when I come to Brooklyn next, I'm coming there again to take care of some family stuff. We'll have to have lunch and just
we do on me,
lunch.
My treat.
Okay, but I want to thank you for your support.
Of course, because James Lott Jr. He doesn't pay for lunch. He gets treated at lunch. That's right.
But you know what? I know it, but I called too. I'm glad I got a chance to say that. But also, Robert, I see you on tonight, and I love Dylan and Quartermaine. I love the Quartermaines in general. I've been watching the show for a moment. Now, I guess I'm like the other fans. I just found out that you was going to be on the show, on a regular basis, and so I'm a little upset about that because I think that. I was hoping that Danelle and Kiki and Olivia would have been like the Lucy, Monica, and Tracy, like the way they were in the back in the day. Now, I didn't watch it in the 90s, but I did watch on YouTube.
Right.
And I could have seen all of you guys and the girls sort of doing business and scheming and really ramping it up because you all, have that capacity. So I hope that that's something that they, think about, that, to have that as some kind of story.
Thank you.
But I was wondering,
No, I was just going to say thank you. Yeah, it's really fun working with all of them. So hopefully there will be something in the future where they keep building us up because the viewers do love the Quartermaines.
You know what? I think so because James just said about Bon View, I watched that too here and there, and what they did with that show recently has been more family driven, and they've done. I mean, with 6 characters, they've been able to build up stories for months.
Yes.
So I'm thinking with the Quartermaines, if they did a little bit what the Forresters are doing as far as the scheming in the business, it would go through the roof, and it wouldn't be so mob centric.
Right.
But Jane Elliott, I just a goddess, and I was wondering when she left, do you feel like the writers sort of stopped? I wouldn't say showing support for the Quartermaines, but do you think they sort of decided to take a pause on that part of the show because when she left, it sort of felt like it dwindled, and then. Now we hear the news happen where you're not on the show. So do you think that when she left, they stopped having very much strong interest in the Quartermaines when she was decided to leave?
Yeah, I mean that's a really good point. It's definitely crossed my mind just because I'm still kind of trying to figure out what they're thinking. I don't know if they completely have a plan yet. I think so much of their focus is on Steve Burton coming back right now that maybe they haven't totally figured out what they want to do with the Quartermaines, but I do think that was a shift when Jane Elliott left. I think that they definitely were going through a period of time of okay, how do we want to keep this family around? Obviously, we want to keep the Quartermaines. How do we build them back up? And then I think bringing Ned back in more frequently and Olivia, and then Kiki, kind of being around more as my girlfriend and Monica. it was looking like we were building back up again, and I hope they keep that momentum going, even if I am just going to be a recurring character. I mean, to be honest, I haven't been on the show a ton lately, anyways. So I kind of, if I'm a recurring character, you might see me as much as you see me now. I mean, but I don't know yet, so I'm still kind of waiting. My contract is still valid through the end of October, so I'll be shooting episodes, and then I guess they'll have to let me know soon, because the episodes we're shooting are going to be coming up.
Aaron. But you know what? I hope if the producers are listening, or the directors or writers, I'm praying that they are, because I would tell them just a peek at CBS right quick at the Foresters. Again, I didn't think that what's happening now there would happen. I didn't. But I'm so happy that it is, that they're doing things with the family characters. So if they just take a peek from them, they could do that with y'all, and it'll go through the roof. But I think that Steve Burton coming back, I mean, what if he came back and he decided to be a doctor and not the mobster? Then it would be Quartermaines again. So, maybe his character will be more of a fusion with the Quartermaines, instead of, going to the sunny part of the show.
Right. And that's another thing. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with his character. We don't know what they're doing with his character yet. They could make him more on the Quartermaine side, and then and then they are building up the Quartermaines, and maybe that's what they were thinking in their head. Well, maybe we don't need Dylan as much, because he's going to be. I mean, I don't know. This is all I'm making up scenarios just like you guys are.
We don't know.
But we'll find out. We'll find out what they're thinking.
Well, thank you, Jamal.
Thank you, man. Thanks for the kind words too. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, and everybody have a good night. I'm going to try to get some rest and not think about that damn clown.
The clown, I know. That's so funny. Take care.
Thanks. Okay.
Bye. We'll take one last phone call, because I saw some coming through. We'll take one before we end the show. Let me take it. We see it. And I have a few words I want to say to everybody, of course. So I'm going to do it at the end.
Well, I will say, because it's like what Jamel was saying, and you were saying earlier about like when you see kind of like, like scenes that might be like kind of balloons that are floating out for potential stuff.
Right.
As we're talking about the Quartermaines, there's been a lot of stuff, whether it be Ned kind of taking the Quartermaine name, you and Ned talking about taking over from Michael. There's been a lot of stuff, and I feel like it's so frustrating, because it's like teases to the audience that it's kind of, whatever the writers are working and the producers are working on in the room, that they tease to the audience, yet they never seem to follow through on the Quartermaine side of things.
Right.
Hold that. Hi, you're on JH Report, and you are our last caller of the evening. Where's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brittany Moran.
Hi, Miss Brittany. How are you?
Good.
And where are you calling from?
Bakersfield, California.
Oh, Bakersfield. Okay, in Central Valley. I know Central Valley. And so, what did you want to say? You want to ask Rob a question, or say a comment, or what would you like to say?
I would like to talk about the storyline with Jason.
Okay.
I like that they're bringing Steve back into it.
Very good. Okay.
I think that it'll be good, and that I think that he'll eventually wake up, and like that he'll find out about Steve Burton. The other Jason's twin, or like how they're gonna do that. I really am enjoying that.
So you're excited for the possibilities of the whole Steve Burton, Billy Miller, the two Jasons. What's going on? You're excited. Yes, we are too. Yes, we're excited. It's good. So you're looking forward to that. Any other comments before we end?
No, that was it.
Well, we appreciate you watching the show. You got through. People want to get through sometimes. You got to come through. I'm glad you got to talk to us, and thanks for thanks for watching us.
I just like what you're doing for AfterBuzz with the soaps and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Couldn't have done it without James Lott Jr.
You're welcome.
Right.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. Thanks for calling in and watching.
Thanks, Brittany.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, okay. So before I say my last words, everybody, so talk about where you guys they can find you guys in social media and stuff. And we'll start with you, Frank.
Oh my gosh. Guys, nobody's going to force you. You don't have to do anything that you don't want. We can open the door right now.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Tell me more. from Distant Days. And
Sorry, I'm crashing the party because...
Yeah, James always does it to him.
I did
always. But this is a special one because this is your last show.
Yes.
And this is my chocolate twin.
Yes, we're chocolate twins. Of Distant Days, we're chocolate twins.
Yes.
See the resemblance?
Yes. And you started because you filled in for me.
I
which
did.
are some big shoes to fill, by the way.
Yes, they were.
But I wanted to thank you for all the work that you have done for the Soap Blog. You've created another wonderful show here with GH Report. And you've done so much. So just thank you for what you've done. And good luck on all the stuff that you're doing. He's writing books, doing music, all kinds of stuff. So make sure y'all watch out for him. So I just wanted to thank you, my chocolate twin.
I know, thank you. Because of Tony Moore, I would not be here for the OGs.
You're right, because I had to get the seal of approval.
He was in Australia with Dance Moms or whatever.
Well, she's booked to capacity. All right, well, good luck to you. I'm going to just
take a cookie.
Yeah,
Have a cookie.
I'm just going to take
Have a cookie.
these.
What's that for me, Tony?
You'll be fine.
There you go. I love it. Oh,
Enjoy
thank
the
you.
rest of your
Thank
show.
you. Thank you. We're almost done. We're almost
Don't
done.
cry.
I'm already starting to get there already. I'm already starting to get there already. Yes.
Just hug Robert if you need to.
There you go. That's the whole reason he really came brought you in.
It's like, I just did that sense. That's what I need a shoulder. But you were talking first.
Oh, folks, nobody's going to force you to follow me, so,
Oh my God.
There you go. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie, folks. Make a bet with your friends. Make them follow me if they lose. Fun stuff like that.
Oh, don't play the music yet, because I'm actually going to talk I'm for a minute and a half of my talk. For a second. I just want to make sure they say the goodbyes first before I say mine.
Because it's going to get emotional. It's
I know,
going to get weepy in a minute.
I'm already feeling it already. Candice, tell me where they can
And
find
really
you.
quickly, you can find me on Insta and Twitter, Candy Buen.
And then Lacretia, of course.
I'm Lacretia Lyon, guys. You can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one.
And thank you, Robert, for coming on. Where can they find you?
Thank you. You can find me on Twitter at Robert P. Watkins, Facebook Robert Palmer Watkins, and Instagram Robert Palmer Watkins. And I'm honored to be at your last GH. I don't think it's going to be his last show, but I'm honored to be here.
And tweet him if you want him to do that whole live stream where he just walks around in a bathrobe or something.
Yeah,
like that,
I mean, I might need a new career. So.
There's good money in that.
It's so funny. Okay, so this is my turn, I guess. Take this off. So I wanted. Oh my God, I still not ready. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I want to thank Kevin Undergaro and Maria Menounos for their unwavering support of my career and creating AfterBuzz. I want to thank Phil Svitek, Stephen Lemieux, Roxy Stryer for giving me the experience to cast and put together a show. This was my first show I ever pitched in my entire life. So thank you for that. I want to give special mentions to Marissa Serafini, Alexis Torres, Mark Donica, Jonathan Moulton, Steve Aberg, who's in the booth right now, Brianna Phipps, and of course the OGs. Tony Moore is the one that came in here, and Mark J. Freeman from Distant Days, which was my first show I ever did at AfterBuzz, which led to this. I want to thank one of our original co-hosts, Lady and Harvey. Wherever she is, I think she's in Florida. I want to thank her she was part of this journey. I want to thank Mark Teschner from General Hospital because of Candy Buenrostro. Thank you so much for letting me join you at that show. It's harder than I thought. I want to thank Barbara Roy, who used to be PR at General Hospital. I loved her very much. She was very good to me the first year here. Frank Valentini, Amber, Donnie, and Julie, all the PR folks there at General Hospital. I want to thank every guest we ever had, including my Palmer Watkins, who's our first. I want to give a special shout out to Michelle Stafford, my girl, and just because Donald Turner. Everybody knows the reasons why. I want to thank my two co-hosts, my kidlets, for continuing the vision of the show that I started 2 years ago. You will be forever part of my journey, no matter what I do, and it will never change. It's been an honor to co-host with both of you, very much. And last but not least, the fans. My life has expanded the day I met you guys and came to AfterBuzz. Because of you, the many opportunities that I have today are because of doing these shows. Many opportunities that are coming my direction now are because of you guys who support me and tweet and retweet and send me notes. They've sent me gifts. I've gotten gifts from fans. Through my hard times when I lost my brother last year and lost my grandmother and my dog this year. You guys were there for me. You got me through some of the toughest times, and I just will never forget that. I'm so glad I was a part of something that affected change in the world, because people talk about television like it's frivolous, but it isn't. And every Sunday, we came together as a family. So from the bottom of my heart, just thank you very much, because I will never forget this for the rest of my life. And just thank you for all the support you've given me and this show, and I appreciate it very much. And of course, I'm James Lott Jr. You know where you can follow me, where all James Lott Jr.'s are sold. And, you know, and they'll see you next time. You'll see me around.
Well, he'll be back next week, guys. It's okay.
You did it!
Look at that.
Oh my
We love
God.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. All you guys are important.
Love you,
So
James.
thank you very much. And that's-
Couldn't have done this without you, James. Thanks for bringing us on. Let us be a part of the show with you. And now we're going to totally ruin it. Starting next week, we're going to trash this thing.
It goes down in flames with you, James.
That's right.
I will be mad if it does. I'll be mad. You better keep it going as long as you can.
I hope you can see all the love in the chat.
I'm looking at it.
I'm like, I literally can't read everyone's name. It's going so fast.
I need my
Yeah.
happy anniversary thing.
No.
That was the ugly cry, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Oh, you held it together, though.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm trying to be a true professional, right? But thank you guys. We love you guys so much, and they'll see you next time.
That's right. And this will be the last time you see James at AfterBuzz. He is doing other shows here. Yes. He's got his Breaking Into.
Yes.
So many other things you'll be able to see him on. Plus all over social media.
Yes, I'm on there. I'm a whore. I'm on
He's
there
working
all the
it.
time.
He's working it.
I'm on there all the time. Social media, trust me. But I love you guys. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the kind comments. Thank you.
We made it 2 years, guys.
Yeah.
Will we make it
2
to a
years.
third?
Yes.
Done.
Can't wait.
Done.
Yes.
Done.
Thank you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
James will be back.
Wait, that's not. Oh my God.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.